Hi friends, welcome to day 4 to solve UPSC Prelims questions 2016. Today we are going to cover the section Polity and Science and Technology. I am Uma Maheshwari and I have cleared Civil Services Exam 2018. To know more about me, pass the slide and read the info. Let's begin to win. Question number 1. Which of the following statements are correct? To answer this question, you must have read Lakshmikant and you must know the details of what will happen to the bills pending in the Lok Sabha during the dissolution. Let's know. Uh, 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 that is, during the dissolution of the Lok Sabha, what will happen to the lapsing of bills? The bill pending in Lok Sabha, whether it originated in the Lok Sabha or it was passed to it by the Rajya Sabha, whatever bill is pending in the Lok Sabha, it will lapse. What happens in Rajya Sabha? A bill pending in the Rajya Sabha but not passed by the Lok Sabha does not lapse. But if it is passed by the Lok Sabha and then pending in the Rajya Sabha, then it will be lapsed. And what will happen if a bill is passed by both the houses but pending assent of the president? It will not lapse. A bill passed by both the houses of the parliament but returned by the president for reconsideration, that bill will also not lapse. And if a bill is not passed by both the houses due to disagreement, and if the president has notified the holding of a joint sitting, then that bill does also not lapse. So now let's come to the question. A bill pending in the Lok Sabha lapses on its prorogation. Actually, what we spoke of was the dissolution and not prorogation. Prorogation does not affect the status of any bill pending in any house. Prorogation is just the termination of a sitting and a session. And a bill pending in the Lok Sabha lapses on its prorogation. This is wrong, actually. A bill pending in the Rajya Sabha, which has not been passed by the Lok Sabha, shall not lapse on the dissolution of the Lok Sabha. Yes, this is true. The answer to this question is B, 2 only. Question number 2. The Parliament of India acquires the power to legislate on any item in the state list in the national interest if a resolution to that effect is passed by the. Actually, it is a special power of Rajya Sabha and it is clearly given in Lakshmikant. The answer is D. Rajya Sabha by a majority of not less than 2/3 of its members present and voting. Question number 3. The minimum age prescribed for any person to be a member of Panchayat is 25 years. No, actually, this is wrong. Actually, the minimum age is 21 years. And the Panchayat reconstituted after premature dissolution continues only for the remaining period. Yes, this is true. The answer to this question is also B. Question number 4. The chief secretary in a state is appointed by the governor of that state. When you read the statement, you may find it true because governor will appoint the secretaries and other people, but this is false actually. The chief secretary in a state is appointed by the chief minister and the ministers. And the chief secretary in a state has a fixed tenure. No, this is also false. The chief secretary is the most powerful and the topmost civil servant. And the answer to this question is D, neither 1 nor 2. Question number 5. With reference to the Gram Nyayalaya Act, which of the following statements are correct? As per the Act, Gram Nyayalayas can hear only civil cases and not criminal cases. No, this is wrong. Actually, Gram Nyayalayas are called mobile courts and they hear both civil and criminal cases and they wish to settle most of the cases by conciliation. And hence, the answer actually, the Act allows local social activists as mediators, reconciliators. This is also true. The answer to this question is B, 2 only. Question number 6. Rashtriya Garima Abhiyan is a national campaign to. Actually, we are in the Industrial Revolution 4.0 era and artificial intelligence, IoT, and 5G are blooming. But still, it is unbelievable that the practice of manual scavenging still exists. This is the cruel truth. And Rashtriya Garima Abhiyan is a national campaign to eradicate the practice of manual scavenging and rehabilitate the manual scavengers. Question number 7. With respect to Li-Fi, which of the following statements are correct? It uses light as the medium for high-speed data transmission. Yes, this is correct. It is a wireless technology and it is several times faster than Wi-Fi. Yes, both the statements are correct. Answer is C, both 1 and 2. It will be actually 10 to 100 times faster, but in question number 8, it is about project loan. Sometimes seen in the news is related to. It is actually related to B, wireless communication technology. You can see this is project loan. It aims to help connect remote regions and to provide internet connectivity using balloons. And this was developed by Google X. And this was also tried on a small scale in Sri Lanka. Question number 9. What is Greased Lightning 10? GL10. The name sounds fantastic and it refers to an electric plane tested by NASA. See, it is a battery powered plane and it can take off and land like a helicopter and fly efficiently like an aircraft. Wonderful. Question number 10. India is an important member of ITEC, which is International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor. If this experiment succeeds, what is the immediate advantage for India? Actually, nuclear reactors are based on nuclear fission to generate energy. But how does the sun generate energy? It is by nuclear fusion. So, how will it be if we know what happens in the sun? That is the exact process of energy generation using nuclear fusion. This experiment is to try that. And if this is successful, India can build nuclear fusion reactors for power generation and it can generate huge power. Actually, this is a collaboration project of 35 nations to build the world's largest tokamak in France, a magnetic fusion device that has been designed to prove the feasibility of fusion as a large-scale and carbon-free source of energy. Yes, there is one more video, part 2, today. Please do watch it. Thank you.